Hi everybody, it's Lorraine Murray here from Feel Good Therapies in Connecticut. I am going to continue with our little weekly meditation taster, and we are going to work on a different aspect which will help us certainly to release any energy that we have trapped in our throat centres. And it's using the Reiki Principles. But you don't need to be trained in Reiki in order to benefit from it. You can use it just as a meditation technique, so it's really great for that. So one of the principles we're going to work with is, just for today, I will speak my truth. And sometimes when we think about speaking our truth, well, obviously we're hopefully brought up to be honest, and we try and be honest with other people. But if I ask you the question, if somebody says to you, how are you feeling today? Is your automatic response, I'm fine? Or do you speak truthfully about how you're feeling? Because I think most of the time we're not that honest, certainly with ourselves. We tend to sometimes hold back on what we really want to say because we're scared that what we say might hurt another person. Or we don't want to acknowledge the feelings that we have in our body or our mind, so we just gloss over it with I'm okay, everything's fine. And I think that it's much healthier if we acknowledge what we're feeling, because then it doesn't accumulate and build up and get worse and worse over time. Funnily enough, I had a client in today and we were doing some work, and we were talking about the emotion of sadness. Because she felt she had a lot of sadness in her life. And the interesting thing that came up was that we found a way to give her permission to feel the sadness, because I think she was feeling that being sad was a wrong way to be. And we're human beings. Of course we're going to feel sad and upset or angry or irritated or whatever it is. I mean, please don't look at me as somebody who teaches Reiki meditation and think I don't feel any of those things. I absolutely do. And I'm very honest about how I feel to myself and to other people. Take me back quite a few years. That's not how I used to be. So I think I've learned sometimes the hard way, it's much better to be honest with how you're feeling or what's going on than try to live up to other people's ideals as well of how they think you should be. So anyone who comes on my courses, they're sometimes quite amused by some of the things I come out with. For one thing, how I'm feeling that day, and once I give myself permission to be so honest, usually I find that all the students, my clients, are equally able to give themselves permission to be honest. So that's what I mean by speaking your truth. And also it can sometimes be about just acknowledging your choices. Whatever is happening in your life, if you're feeling that you're not where you want to be, or you're not who you want to be with, there can sometimes be a tendency to think that you're blocked, you can't change things, that sometimes you're the victim of circumstances. And one of the most empowering things that meditation does is makes you aware that you have a choice. You always have a choice. It might not be a choice about changing what happens on the outside, but you can change what happens on the inside, and you can change how you feel. So even if you're in a job that you don't particularly like, or maybe there's people you're not that comfortable with, you can either choose to change that job, or you can choose to change how you feel about that job. So once we realise we do have this choice, that feels much more empowering. So the little affirmation we're going to use, which is part of the Reiki Principles, is about really bringing in that sense of awareness to speaking your truth, and to being very honest with yourself, and just see kind of what comes up for you. So if you can get into a meditation position, and what that means is sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor, which helps you feel much more grounded and centered. If you're finding it very difficult to concentrate, this is the tip of your thumb and finger together is a hand mudra. What that means is just a position that helps to balance your physical and mental and emotional energies so that they're a bit more solid and concentrated. You're able to focus better. And you can do that on both hands, but let your hands just relax in your lap. Don't hold them up here. And then if you can make sure you're not disturbed by anyone as well, that would be great. I appreciate you might be doing this at work or somewhere else, but hopefully you'll have some peace and quiet. If you can close your eyes, that would be great. If you can't, just lower your gaze and just try to take in what you see all around you rather than just looking straight ahead. And then just come into your breath. So we always start with the breath in meditation because the breath is an anchor. It means you can stay in the moment, or if you get distracted, you can come back to your breath, so it brings you back to the moment. And so we start with our breath, just following your breath in and out. We might notice our breath is quite fast or shallow, or maybe it's deep and long. And notice how your breath connects to your body. So the breath and the body are intertwined, they work together. So as we pay attention to our breath, we can invite our body to become more relaxed, to let our shoulders drop and our face soften, and our hips sink into the chair. And then just take your attention, just slowly, actually take it to the center of your throat, to where your neck is, just here. And then just as you breathe in, just mentally to yourself, silently to yourself, breathing in, just for this moment, breathing out, I will speak truthfully. Breathing in, just for this moment, breathing out, I will speak truthfully. Just let the energy of those words, the sound of those words, even though they're silent, resonate with that breath. And breathe them in and out of that part of your body. You might notice sensations in other parts of your body. You might just have certain thoughts generated by breathing those words in and out, and acknowledge all of this, but then let it go. Breathing in just for this moment, breathing out, I speak my truth. Just feel that breath and those words working all the way through your body. Breathing them in and out of the throat, and noticing how the effect ripples out into every aspect of your body. Acknowledge your thoughts and let them go. And then just let the words dissolve, let them fade away, and just focus back on your breath. And just pay attention to the rise and fall of your chest with each breath. And then move your fingers and toes just to bring you fully back into your body. Then open your eyes when you're ready. And if you have some water or something around, you can just have a little drink. Have a stretch as well. I don't know if you notice, I can feel my throat. It's got a little bit more croaky, even just by teaching this. So, it works on me just as much as it works on you. You may feel different sensations in your body. I can feel a tension around my right foot at the moment. And I'm not surprised by that because I've been working with my throat centre for a long time. I'm a Taurian, so I'm ruled by the throat. And it's a very important emotional energy centre for me. So, it's not about fixing yourself, changing yourself, doing something dramatic. It's about softly and gently, just again and again, just practicing with that. And when we do that, what we're doing is we're giving ourselves to be aware of the choices we have. giving ourselves permission to make those choices as well, both for how we feel, how we act, and what we think. So just a little taster of what we do in our meditation sessions and also what we do on our Reiki classes. I'm based in Scotland, but I do travel worldwide teaching some of my courses, so you can look at our website and find out more. I also have some of these meditations on CDs and MP3 downloads if you look at our online shop. And what else do I do? An online meditation which I do once a month. So you can find that all on our website. Or just keep practicing with this free meditation that you have here. Try and use it as often as you can. So I hope that's helped you reveal a little bit more about yourself, understand yourself a bit more. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Have a wonderful day.